Alright guys, just heading out to the trail cameras, and I wanted to test the electronic stabilization on the S20 Ultra. So we're on the front camera and walking, and boy is it ever smooth. I like it. So I've been playing around with the gimbal a little bit. I don't think I need the gimbal with this phone, and it has restrictions. I'll put at the end of this video my playing with the gimbal just to show you what the restrictions are. I've got the Zion Smooth 4. I love that gimbal, but it's heavy, and the electronic stabilization is so good on the S20 Ultra, I don't think we need it anymore. I'll flip you guys around, and this is electronic stabilization on this lens. When we use the proper camera at the back of the phone, it's optical stabilization. So I'll flip you guys around and we'll do some 4K just walking down the trail here, and you'll see how smooth it is as well. I don't even know, I haven't tried it yet, but let's try it. All right, walking 4K with the new S20 Ultra. Oh, there goes a partridge. Not bad. Not bad at all. I've got 7 trail cameras out. I'm gonna collect 6 of them. And I brought spare batteries for the last one. We'll leave it out, and I'm gonna put some meatballs and chicken. The bears should be in their dens by now. It's cold, it's snowed, so I'm not too worried about luring any bears. We're gonna be way over the hill, probably 3/4 of a mile from here. At the back camera, I'll put some food out for fishers or whatever we've got coming up out of the swamp there. We're way up on a rock outcrop on that last camera, so who knows what we'll get. And I'll put all of the trail camera captures from the last few weeks. They've been out, well, probably 4 weeks. We'll put all of that in this video as well. So hopefully we have some good stuff. I know it snowed, then there was some nice warm days. There should have been creatures moving through here. Deer, marten, fishers, weasels, who knows? Let's check it out. Dare I say Bigfoot? You never know, right? I'm still getting the people questioning, why do you call this my Bigfoot story? Where's Bigfoot? Bigfoot's out here somewhere. I don't know, guys. If I don't put out the cameras and I don't do the series, we'll never get them. So, hey, that's all I can say is we're trying. I guess my official response to those guys is full send for Bigfoot. So I've been out here 45 minutes. You can see how red my hands are. It is cold out here. So I just gotta get this finished up. We got this one we're taking back, and then I've got one more I'm gonna leave out here. We'll put some food in front of. Meatball and chicken surprise. And there's the camera with new batteries in it, so we're gonna leave that one out here and we'll get it next time. Got a couple of new trees down on my trail right here. That's how I get up on the big rock. I'll have to move those out of the way or come back with the chainsaw and just clean up. There's all kinds of brush leaning in here. Have to clean that up. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update on what I think about the S20 Ultra. Coming from the Samsung S series, from the 7, the 8, the 9. The last one I owned was the 9 Plus. This is the best Samsung camera that I've owned in terms of video and photography. The cameras are just amazing. Pretty much the same feature set as the S9. I'm not going to do a full review on this camera because there's so much stuff you could go into. Really the only differences are a higher resolution screen, a faster refresh rate, 120 Hertz, which I don't even use because I had it on for about 3 days and it really drains the battery. And I'm out filming and taking pictures with this camera all the time. And I just prefer, I don't notice that much of a difference. I'm not playing games and scrolling on my phone, surfing the internet and stuff like that. I use it just for YouTube pretty much, and making the odd phone call like once every 10 days. I use it to make a phone call. Imagine that, using a phone to make a phone call. So, but I'm going to say in terms of if you're doing what I'm doing, video and photo quality is important to you, then absolutely this is an amazing camera. Don't fall for that 120 times zoom. It's garbage. You can get about a 10 times zoom that's usable on this camera. But what you do get is 4K on the front and back, stabilization on the front and back, and an autofocus that is really nice and snappy. So that's what I'm going to say. If you want those things in a phone, then the Samsung S20 Ultra is an excellent camera. Well, an excellent device. Okay, so I've got the new Samsung S20 Ultra in my Xeon Smooth 4, and there are some limitations. For some reason, we can only get 30 frames per second, 4K or 1080, and it only uses 1080 on this front camera. At first, I didn't think it was going to hold the weight of this phone, but it is. I think it is. I had to almost help it get started. So the phone was hanging there and I just lifted it up when I turned it on and then it started working. And I mean, it is working. The autofocus on the Samsung S20 is so much better than the S9. So that portion is working okay. We do have zoom control, so you can, get a really nice close up of my nose hairs there. This phone isn't a lot bigger than the S9 Plus. The S9 Plus was about half an inch smaller, maybe, in length, and that's about it. So let's see if we can switch cameras while we're recording. I don't know if we can do that. No, I gotta stop the recording. So it is working with some limitations. We're gonna take the phone and gimbal and go out in the bush later and go for a walk in the most unstable ground that we have, which is rubber boots through the swamp, and we'll try it again. It's part of my review for this whole new Samsung S20 Ultra. I'm really liking the cameras on this phone. The autofocus is all the difference in the world. Is it worth $1,200 to upgrade your phone? I don't know. That's a personal decision. For me, making YouTube videos all the time with my phone, yeah, it's probably one of the best things that I've upgraded in a while. The autofocus on the S9 Plus has been terrible right out of the box. Maybe I have a bad phone, but I've been complaining about it for 2.5 years. And the S20 Ultra is a huge step up.